I was reincarnated as a snake, but someone tossed me into medicinal wine to soak. Inside the wine jar besides me were a few other inmates. A cobra, a pit viper, and a rattlesnake. Seems the brewer was trying to make a 5 poisons wine with us. As I pondered this, a gnawing hunger struck me. Since escaping was impossible right now, I figured I might as well grab a bite. So fighting back the revulsion, I swallowed the cobra whole in one gulp. Then I proceeded to gulp down the other jar mates. The weakness in my body slowly faded away. Just then, the door was flung open. An old man with white hair entered the room. I quickly shut my eyes, pretending to be a dead snake. How come there's only one snake in this jar? Where are the other serpents? As he spoke, the old man moved to open the jar. I knew this was my one chance to escape. The instant the lid was loosened, I shot my head out with all my might. A jet of black venom sprayed onto the old man's face. He howled in terrible pain. Seizing the moment, I leapt from the jar and slithered desperately for the doorway. Outside was a residential area. A small forest lay a few miles away. I'd be free once I reached those trees. But getting there meant crossing a highway. Too many cars in daylight. I'd be roadkill before I made it halfway. I had to wait for nightfall. I was about to slip into the woods to hide, when a large yellow dog charged out, barking furiously at me. Seriously, your owner is down and out. And you think you're tough? I spat a stream of venom. The dog dodged with surprising speed. Not sticking around for a fight, I seized the chance and vanished into the dark forest. The old man's cries and the dog's barks drew neighbors. Learning a giant venomous snake was loose, they panicked and called the fire department. Firefighters arrived with steel poles, heavy-duty sacks, and 2 hounds closing in on me. My heart sank with dread. I scrambled deeper into a burrow behind me. With my night vision, the pitch-black tunnel was clear as day. After slithering about 25 feet in, I found a similar-sized snake deep in hibernation. Perfect, rest easy, brother. I'll be forever in your debt. No, wait. I'll thank your entire lineage, all 18 generations. I sank my fangs into its neck, injecting my venom. Once it was paralyzed, I dragged the scapegoat's body to the tunnel entrance, leaving half its tail visible, making it look like it was heading in. I retreated deep inside to wait and watch. Soon, barks echoed, and the poor substitute was dragged out by the hounds. A firefighter shouted outside, "Got the venomous snake! Invincible Rover here finished it off." The footsteps faded away. My tense nerves finally relaxed. Now I just had to lay low until midnight. No one could touch me then. Night finally fell. I was about to set out, when hunger pangs struck again. In the jungle, you don't travel on an empty stomach. I hadn't gone far, when I spotted a plump groundhog. I stalked within 10 feet, and shot a jet of venom. It thrashed briefly, then went still. Revolting as it looked, this was no time to be picky. Gritting my teeth, I swallowed it whole. Host has consumed 1 groundhog. Energy points gained, 4. This was the system I'd awakened in the wine jar. Those nearly dead jar mates had only given me 6 points. With the groundhog, I now had 10 energy points. Under cover of darkness, I continued deeper into the woods. To detect nearby life forms? To avoid running into humans in danger, I confirmed without hesitation. Instantly, glowing dots of varying threat levels appeared. A yellow dot not far away caught my attention. A closer look revealed a hibernating banded crate. Now that's a prime meal. I approached swiftly and swallowed it in a surprise attack. Consumed 1 banded crate. Energy points gained, 12. I began a feeding frenzy, moving steadily toward the highway. Consumed 1 gecko. Energy points gained, 4. Consumed 1 toad. Energy points gained, 6. Feasting wildly. 3 to 4 hours later, I had amassed 400 energy points. My hunger was completely gone. I converted all energy into 40 evolution points. I maxed out all 5 attributes: strength, agility, constitution, penetration, and healing, stamina. Host's attributes have reached maximum capacity. Initiate evolution? Was that even a question? Of course, initiate evolution. An agonizing pain like my bones and flesh were tearing racked my body. After enduring 67 minutes, my body finally settled. Now, I feel terrifyingly powerful. Congratulations, host. Evolution successful. Host species: King Cobra. Realm: Beast Tier 3. Next stage: Mutant Beast, divided into Beast Soldier, Beast General, and Beast King. Post-evolution, my speed and stamina more than doubled. At full sprint, I could hit 90 km/h. Just as I prepared to dash across the highway ahead, a sports car came roaring down the road. Seeing it was about to hit me, I threw caution to the wind, instantly tapping into my potential. At 20 meters per second, I became a flying serpent, clearing the highway's center divider and landing on the opposite roadside. The moment I made my move, my figure burst into the view of the 2 people in the car. My tail narrowly missed the car's body. The woman in the passenger seat had been recording the road ahead. Holy crap, what was that just now? The 2 in the car were stunned. Luckily, the blonde driver kept his cool and didn't brake hard, pulling over safely a bit further on. Looked like a snake, the woman said, her heart still pounding. For a second, she thought she'd seen a ghost. Weren't you filming on your phone? Check the video! Prompted by the blonde guy, the woman hurriedly checked the recording. When they saw the footage clearly, they could hardly believe their eyes. Dude, is that even a snake? More like a giant python. It was moving so fast it was practically flying. This is insane! Are we seeing this right? Let's watch it again. After confirming what they saw, the blonde guy said to the woman, "Hey, reporter Shu, you've got your next big story." But even as he said that, a greedy glint shone in his eyes. Life's been so boring lately. Imagine catching that thing for some fun. That'd be a blast. In the grass by the roadside, I watched the car leave, my nerves still frayed. I couldn't help but curse. Whose maniac is that? Driving that fast in the dead of night? Got a date with the Grim Reaper? That was way too close. My poor heart nearly gave out. I was a hair's breadth away. Any slower? Probably squeezed everything out too. Recalling the scene, my whole body felt weak and drained. Gotta move. Human world is way too dangerous. In a biological research institute in Chunyang City, late at night. Professor Wang, still working overtime, got a call. Professor Wang, are you still up? We have a new situation to report. Go ahead. I'm listening. Professor Wang put the call on speaker and continued examining a sample under his microscope. Here's the thing. Today, in Shenyang, at a place called Leibing Junction, our hospital admitted a very unusual case. A couple. They run a small private liquor processing workshop. Today, they were injured by venom from a king cobra that had been soaking in their wine for years. It's a toxin we've never seen before, incredibly potent. The venom hit the patient's face, causing skin corrosion and nerve paralysis. The toxicity is extreme. Their vitals are stable for now, but they're in critical condition. Our standard antivenoms can't neutralize the toxin in their system. I wanted to ask, Professor, does your lab have a serum for this type of venom? Their lives depend on it. Corrosive venom, you say? Have you compared it? How many times stronger than a normal king cobra's? From the initial lab results, the toxin's potency is 5 times that of a standard king cobra. After hearing this, Professor Wang fell into a heavy silence. Lately, he'd received reports from across the country about mutated animals attacking people. As the heir to an ancient lineage, and with access to mysterious genetic samples in the lab, he was starting to believe the old texts about mutant beasts and spiritual energy resurgence. Professor, are you there? Send me the patient's current records and stats. I'll get back to you. Professor Wang hung up, his brow furrowed. Could a great change be upon us? He then dialed another number. After a brief description, the voice on the other end said, Understood. I'll send our best snake hunter. Consider it handled. 2 days flashed by. On the 2 biggest short video platforms in the country,
大夏国最大的2个短视频平台上，
the news stories I had sparked were exploding. Old Tian and his wife ran a home snake wine workshop. 3 days ago, when they opened the wine vat, the unexpected happened. A king cobra, soaked for 3 years, suddenly revived and sprayed lethal venom. Both husband and wife were hit. Doctors saved their lives, but one is now facially disfigured. The other lost an eye. Tests show this king cobra's venom toxicity and corrosiveness are over 5 times the norm. It's likely a mutant. Breaking. Reporter Shu, driving home last night, on a certain highway stretch, captured footage of a giant king cobra that seemed to leap into the air while crossing the road, moving at incredible speed, suspected to be a mutated beast. Residents in the area avoid going out at night to prevent snake bites. These 2 videos had the whole internet in an uproar. No way, soaked for 3 years and still alive? That's impossible, fake news! Hey, upstairs, what's so strange? Didn't you see the number 2 trending king cobra video? It learned to freaking levitate. Nothing's impossible now. Levitate?
Dude, are you high?
I've trained for 18 years and can't do that. And a snake masters this lost martial arts technique? Animals are turning into spirits lately, huh? Seems like similar news is popping up nationwide. They disappear fast, but people are noticing. Right? Saw a giant wolf story a few days ago. Got taken down quick, but I caught it. It was over 10 feet tall. And there was more than one. Soldiers shot at them, but they got away, unaware of the storm I'd stirred. I was slithering through a remote mountain range. I naturally knew nothing of the brewing storm outside. I was navigating a remote, uninhabited mountain range. Hunting and feeding for 2 days, I'd stored 60 evolution points. The place was well hidden, with a vast lake below. Until I was much stronger, I couldn't risk being seen by humans. Looking at my slightly thicker body, I sighed. Life is unpredictable, full of crazy twists. Spent my last life hunting snakes. Never thought I'd become one. And a king cobra with maybe 5 years left to live, at that. Talk about a raw deal. Using my heavenly eye map skill, I found a hidden cave where a waterfall met thick bushes. Yesterday's hunt had depleted my energy. My stomach growled loudly. Easy there, buddy. That cave ahead is packed. Let me swallow them all, and you'll be full. I slipped quietly into the cave. The sight made me ecstatic. Nearly 100 snakes of various kinds were hibernating in a tangled mass. In a corner, a massive python over 13 feet long was coiled up. Whoa, did I stumble into a snake den? Especially that giant python. It was even bigger than me. My crimson tongue flickered. A vicious gleam shone in my eyes. Man, this is a sweet spot. Great scenery. A perfect hideout. And so many spicy noodles to feast on. Nice, very nice. All these snakes, big and small, will keep me fed for a good while. Best of all, they're hibernating, basically no threat. Sitting ducks for me. Given my current power and bottomless stomach, starting with this big guy shouldn't be a problem. I opened my jaws wide and struck with lightning speed, sinking my fangs into the python's neck.